archivist.
It's hilarious.
And we'll go back. So if you want to talk movies, you want to talk film, you want to talk theater, you're talking to an archivist. So one of the things I loved about the play is your nod to the Black Power movement. When Billy Foster strikes that match to burn the Clotilda, he says, "Burn, baby, burn." I was like, wow, what a nod, in a twisted way. But what a nod to the Black Power movement. I'm glad you, to that genre.
Yeah, that was when I wrote that. I thought of, when I spoke to Rodney Freeman, the Cleveland actor who lives in Virginia now. He came all the way to play William Foster. I told him, I said, this goes back to the Black Power movement, exactly what you said, but you go twist it a bit. But that "Burn, baby, burn" is so significant to how it was back in the 70s, you know? So I put that in there for him to say that. But he did it like he really hated to get rid of the, burn his ship.
You know, my biggest takeaway from the Clotilda is that you can never destroy what you love.
You can't. He
couldn't destroy the Clotilda.
He couldn't, exactly.
She would not be destroyed. And I love that you gave Clotilda a voice because Clotilda, the day that I called you and you gave me this story.
When I first told you about it. That's way before we started rehearsal.
And then when it finally dropped into my lap, and it literally did, Clotilda spoke to me.
Yes. I gave her a voice because even though some of the descendants felt like it's not just about the ship, even though Jocelyn, that's one of the most famous lines in the film, Descendant.
Right.
And Jocelyn says it ain't about the ship. It ain't about that ship. But I'm thinking it's not, but then it is, because in the script, it's in the play you want to put up, And I had to give it a voice because it seemed like that was part of the whole months of relationship with them on that ship. And how the bill was keeping them. And the ship is not a person, It was meant for cargo, but they used it for speed, right? For black cargo, importing black cargo, which is enslaves. So I felt it would be interesting to really find her involved. I said, I can't have anybody doing the little elementary school programs, or the kids got the little boat going across. I can't do that. I said, I got to personify. I got to give her something, give her a voice, and let her be seen. In the original, we don't even see it. When he did the original production, you see the podium in the middle of the stage, on the upper stage. And because Ashley said, Ashley Austin, one of my good friends, she said, "Terrence, what about we don't see her much?" And of course, her sister, Courtney, my stage manager, "Oh, but we got to see her at the end." I said, "Yeah, I like that."
Right.
So let her come out the end and say, something's going to happen, something wonderful. Something wonderful is for a line from 2010, or 2001. Something's going to happen. When Al, the computer, is speaking.
Oh, see? What I tell you.
Something's going to happen. Something wonderful.
And it is. So, I've known you for a long time, Terrence. I've seen your career, this trajectory you're on. And you started your own company, Powerful Long Ladder. And it's been like, you've been just knocking it out the park ever since.
Yeah.
So where do you see two things? What do you see this play, An Ocean in My Bones? Where do you see it going?
I'd love to continue, as Jocelyn said, to continue to be here. Even as it's Africa Town, it still can go other places. It don't have to be Africa Town. Monroeville, which some of y'all may already know, To Kill a Mockingbird, the writer, she's from there. Harper Lee. And they do it every year. Even though it's done Broadway, it doesn't stop them.
Right.
They do it every year in Monroe. The actual courtroom, when he shot some of the scenes with Gregory Peck, they have it every year, a tour. And people still come in because of it being where she's from, Monroeville. So I'd love for it to travel, be here, go to the theater downtown, Sanger, and to go to HBCUs if possible, schools.
And Benin. I'm waiting for the debut, 2024.
Well, you saw the gentleman stood up from Benin. Yes. He got up and spoke.
I talked to him. I spoke with him.
He wants to do something with the homie.
Yes.
And it's funny he said that because I mentioned about the homie scene because we only had 4 warriors last time. It was nowhere near what that scene. They just come in chasing the captains, and that was it. They disappeared. I said, I got to do something more with them. This is way before Woman King came out with Viola Davis. I said, I would need 10. I need at least 10 warriors. I'm going to create something with Odie James, with the choreographer, who's also a dancer. He played also Charlie Lewis, too.
Yes.
We got to get this together. I want to show more with the captives and all that. And that's when I created the abstract barracudas, the spears, just something abstract and build it. and let King Glele go out there, who's, like he said, the gentleman from Benin, that's the son of King Gezo, which I knew. And I saw the movie, I said, oh shoot, they're going real with this. They're not faking everything. They got the real guy, Gezo, who's the father to King Glele that I happen to play.
Wow. And so where you see, what's next for Terrence Spivey?
I would love to. I don't know. I'm looking to probably be working on something with Peter Lawson Jones when I get back. My good friend who's doing great. He's in a man called Otto with Tom Hanks. But the last piece I did before this, I did a piece called The Phoenix Society for him about mental health. So I've been doing a lot of things now that deals with social awareness and mental awareness. That's what I've been doing now.
Terrence, the big screen.
I would love to. I'm glad you brought that up. I'd love to do I want to work on a film. I already got a small documentary that's hit festivals. I slowed down.
And tell us about Last Resurrection.
It's the piece called Last Black Man.
Right.
Resurrection of the Last Black Man.
Resurrection of that
in 0846.
Yeah.
It's really 8 minutes and 46 seconds. The whole thing with George Floyd. And it's about this gentleman that was the last black man burned to a stake in Texas, in my hometown, Coots, in 1933. So I put that together during the pandemic, and we had a watch party. Somebody said, you should send this out to festivals. And we sent it out, and it started hitting festivals in a short category, and winning some awards, being finalist, and I want to expand it to a full length and go back home, interview people about this guy who was burned to a stake and hung. Last black man so far recorded.
His mama, tell him what his mama said.
His mama said, "You done." His mama said, "You done right, white folks." She really didn't mean that though.
It was facetious.
When they dragged him up to her house,
right?
And that's when I said, "You know what?
That's our strength.
I got to do this. I got to do a play. I got to do something on this man now. I don't want to wait till I do it full. Let me do a short right now because I thought about the whole connection with George Floyd and his mother, how he cried out for her, and how this whole situation. When I read the article." Well, the writer wrote, his mother said to the guy, you done right, white folks.
And I love that because it says to me like the Clotilda, you will not break me.
Yeah.
His mother said, you didn't murder my son.
Yeah.
You mutilated his body, but you won't break me.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's a powerful statement.
That's right.
That's a powerful statement about the Clotilda.
It is. Yes. I mean, I want to do a straight narrative film too. I love to do a narrative, non-documentary, just so I can really throw some things in my ideas and absurdities, and often, off in it.
Well, Terrence knows how I feel. I'm one of his biggest fans. I've seen a lot of his work. He's very creative, very innovative, and very detailed, and he puts on a great production. So I'm wishing you all the luck in the world. I'll be there to see it. I'm not going anywhere, but good luck on all your endeavors, and thank you for a wonderful interview.
Thank you.
All right, peace out, man.
All right.